I don't think Greg Jones is the guy that you replace very easily. You know, he's such a, you have to make that call, I think, over a long period of time. But Max is playing well. He's another guy that was young, played as a freshman, and I think that he has a great command of our defense and an awareness on the field right now. Now, you know, he has to go in on game day and play to the level of consistency that Greg did, but he's got a great future ahead of him.
Evan Baker obviously has some high hopes and some high goals for this season. What have you seen from him through the offseason and here in the spring?
You know, I think Edwin takes a very mature look on things right now. You know, he's going into his third year. He's very explosive. You know, I guess I use that word a lot. My girls tell me I do. You know, he's a guy that can take it the distance, you know. He did that the other day. You know, we sort of had everybody pinned up, but he broke about 4 tackles and kind of the perimeter and, you know, made it happen. So, you know, he's another guy. Le'Veon Bell's having a great spring. Larry Caper, solid, you know, and then the other guy, Nick Hill, every time he gets the ball, he makes something happen. So I think we've got some guys, and we'll just continue to try and use those players. But obviously Edwin, to me, is the guy that has always gotten himself ready to play. And I think that's so much a part of it, you know, getting yourself ready to play before a game. He's got that factor.
Did you hear about his goals?
His goals?
2,000 yards and 21 touchdowns?
Yeah, it can be done. You know, when you look at what Javon was able to accomplish here, those things can happen here. You know, we're going to hand people the ball. It's about staying healthy and making something with his carries, and then, you know, it's about the other guys too, how they perform. And but we're going to play the best players.
Worthy.
And I like
Worthy's
Terrell, an ankle sprain. You know, he's going to miss probably miss 3 days this week, maybe, or so. But just an ankle.
You talk about the spring for Mike Sadler, and not only for him, but trying to decide on a new long snapper.
Well, you know, Mike Sadler, you know, we recruited him. He's one of the top punters in the country. You know, he was, you know, I thought he showed a tremendous amount of maturity by coming here and sitting out a year and watching Aaron Bates and grow. And he'll do an outstanding job. He's got a big-time leg. He's left-footed, so the ball's going to spin differently. He's got good command under, you know, taking the snap. He's got great go times on it, you know, get-off times. As far as our snapper, you know, Steve Moore's done a nice job thus far. He's been very, very consistent. So, you know, I think that those things are going to work out fine. But again, punt needs to continue to be a weapon for us, and thus far, it looks like it will be.
How important is that? You know, with Shackleton for 4 years, people know what we're talking about, but obviously a very important player for you.
Yeah, we talk a lot about, you know, you talk about guys leaving like Greg Jones, but, you know, Aaron Bates, more starts here as a punter than in the history of Michigan State football. He started from day one. And, you know, how many times did you ever have to worry about a bad snap? It was always right on the money, and Shaq did that for us. So Bates is a holder. I don't think we ever had a bad snap. You know, and he had a large part, I think, to do with our ability to be so consistent as a field goal team as well. So, you know, we work very, very hard on those things, and we'll continue to do that.
It's tough with the depth on the offensive line right now. Were there 1 or 2 guys who stood out during the scrimmage and did play well?
Let's see. I think Chris McDonald is a guy that plays very, very well. He's probably our most consistent offensive lineman right now. He's very athletic. You know, he's 300 pounds. He's got 2 years of starting experience really under his belt, or 1.5 sort of. So he's a guy that I think that will obviously be a leader there. Other than that, you're looking at young players. I thought that France played very, very well for a young player. You know, Schaffner's got to fix some things up, but again, very well. Travis played well. Blake played well, as I said. But those guys continue to come, and you see growth in them every single day. And I think that's the things you're looking for.
Halfway through here, the schedule, what do you like about your progression? You seem pretty happy with your opening. What do you like about your progression here halfway through?
I'm happy with our progression. I think as a coach, you always want more. You're always looking for this guy to play a little bit better or that unit to play a little bit better. But our guys are coming out here every day with a purpose, and that's what we've asked them to do. We've asked them to get 3% better, as I said, I think, in my press conference opening before spring ball. But not to just come out here and throw their helmet out here, but to come out here with something to gain and for a purpose. And I think our guys are doing that. They're trying to grow daily, and I think if you do that, you know, that as a coach, you got to be excited about that. And that's what our guys are doing. We've got great leadership, we've got great locker room chemistry, and that's so much a part of this. Good, guys. Thank you very much, guys.